Thank you for choosing Travel Visa Pro, global leaders in visa and passport processing. Welcome to our first-time passport tutorial for a child. This time we will be discussing all of the applications, requirements, and step-by-step instructions involved in obtaining a passport for a child under the age of 16. Just a few notes on how to utilize this tutorial before we get started. All applications, including links to the government forms, requirements, documents needed, and a list of step-by-step instructions can be found on our website, travelvisapro.com. In addition, if you require 8-hour emergency processing, please contact us immediately to avoid delay. Lastly, we would like to remind you that we know there's a lot of information in this tutorial, so watch it at your own speed and feel free to pause at any given time. Here you can see how all the pieces of the procedure fit together to obtain your first-time children's passport. We know it looks complicated, but don't worry, we will be with you every step of the way. At this time, we will review all of the applications, requirements, step-by-step instructions, and processing times involved in obtaining a children's first-time U.S. passport. The DS-11 application for a U.S. passport. You can find this form on travel.state.gov or by following the link on our website. You must fill out the barcoded online form. Hand-filled forms are not accepted. Once completed, print 2 copies, but do not sign this form at this time. You will bring this form to the post office with your other documentation where the passport acceptance agent will witness you signing it. The DS-3053 Parental Statement of Consent. You will also be required to complete a DS-3053 Statement of Parental Consent form. If the child traveling is under the age of 14, they must appear in person before the passport acceptance agent. If only one parent appears, the other parent must complete, sign, and notarize an additional DS-3053 form and send a copy of their ID. Your original proof of citizenship. In order to obtain a U.S. passport, you will be required to submit your original long-form certified birth certificate issued by the state, city, or county you were born in. Your birth certificate must include both of your parents' names. Naturalized citizens will submit their certificate of naturalization or other documents listed below. Proof of your identity. You will be required to submit a copy of your driver's license, military ID, or other identification listed below. This is to prove your identity to the passport acceptance agent at the post office. Your identification cannot be less than 4 months old. 2 original, completed, and signed passport authorization letters. This form can be found on travelvisapro.com and is absolutely required in order for us to process your passport request. We will require 2 original hand-filled and signed copies of this form, and in the portion for a courier company name, please write Travel Visa Pro. Payment to the U.S. Department of State. You will require a check for $140 made out to the U.S. Department of State. Please ensure the check is signed, and please write the child's date of birth on the memo line. If you would like a passport card as well, please include a check for $155 instead. You will also pay a $25 execution fee to the passport acceptance agent at the post office. 2 passport size and quality photographs. We will require 2 2x2 passport size and quality photos. These photos must be front-facing on a white or off-white background and on photo paper. Also, do not be wearing any glasses or hats in your photos. Your proof of departure. In order to expedite your passport request, we will need to show the government that you are traveling. Therefore, we will need a computer-generated flight itinerary, or if traveling by land to Mexico or Canada, a copy of your hotel reservations will suffice. A mandatory statement for children without a social security number. If you have a child who has not yet been issued a social security number, please include an official signed statement. Examples can be found on travelvisapro.com. Photocopies of all documents and forms. Because the agent at the post office will be sealing all of your documents into an official government sealed envelope, we cannot open it to answer the questions or verify everything required is inside. Therefore, please include photocopies of all of the documents that are included with your package. At this time, we've gone over all of the applications and requirements for obtaining a first-time U.S. passport for a child. Now it's time to discuss the sealed envelope procedure at your local post office. At this time, you will want to double-check all of your documents and visit your local U.S. post office. There, the passport acceptance agent will verify your identity, witness you signing the DS-11 form, and seal all of your documents in an official government envelope. Take this envelope from them and mail it to us along with your photocopies. FedEx or UPS is preferred. And just one final note on passport acceptance. Most passport acceptance facilities, such as your local post office or county clerk's office, will require that you call ahead for an appointment. You can find information on your local facility at the URL listed here, or alternatively, you can contact Travel Visa Pro and we can also help to look up this information for you. Travel Visa Pro has processing times to meet any travel need, from 8-hour emergency processing, 1 business day next day passports, urgent 2 to 3 day processing, 5 to 7 business day rush passport, and even an 8 to 10 day budget procedure. If any of this process sounds too difficult or sounds like something you don't have time for, check out our form fill-in service, where all you'll fill out is one simple Travel Visa Pro questionnaire and we do the rest. Thanks for watching. We hope to help you obtain your passport very soon. And please feel free to view any of our other tutorial videos in this series.